Alright, Babber.
Hello folks, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, where we are in Northweald and we are on the exploration of stuff because there's a bunch of quests up this way. And we've met a guy down here who said the fangs, I think, are around here somewhere. So
right, then.
We might be running into trouble soon enough. Maybe not down this way though. Seems to be nothing there. Alright, so up here. Watch us get into trouble as we enter. Oh, hello. Fangs Wilderman, Fangs First Blade, Fangs Bright Blood. Okay, alright. Are you going to start a fight with us? Are we free to go on up?
What brings you here?
An elven woman stands beside a stag, petting the great beast on its neck. As you approach, the animal jerks its head in your direction and rears up. Stillness, the woman orders the stag, pulling on the skin of the stag's neck until it ceases to buck. Easy now, no need to fight, yet. She turns to face you. One ear is missing its top half and many battle scars raise her otherwise smooth skin. More foreigners, more unclean feet trampling on our lands, more blood to feed the trees. She shakes her head. You should not be here, Estramore. Her hand moves to one of several blades strapped to her hips. If you are here in our lands, it is either to steal from us or aid those who would. She gestures to the north at the ruins of Engwithan buildings protruding from the underbrush. Durwoodian mercenaries, looters, can you hear their panicked whispers? Leave this place at once, or we will kill you when we finish with these Estramoran. I'm a friend of Eglanfath. Yeah, we're not going to be deceptive, and I don't want to attack, so I'm a friend of Eglanfath. She holds her gaze on you. The great stag stomps its front hooves on the ground and turns to its master. Do you speak the truth, foreigner? If you are indeed a friend, you would respect our lands and not defile our sacred soil with your trespass. The woman clenches her jaw. Its muscles quiver under the pressure until suddenly calm returns to her expression. Just because I'm walking through, man, don't be so up yourself. If you have no bonds or if you blah 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 blah. If you have no bonds or kin or kith with the looters, I will give you a chance to prove it. She draws one of her swords with a swift arcing motion and points it to the ruins beyond. The invader, I've read that so wrong. The invaders must be purged from our lands. Prove your worth and we will believe your words. Tell me about these mercenaries. Raiders, looters, same as all the Durwoodian thieves that pillage our lands. The woman touches the oblique stub where half of her ear used to be. We tracked the Durwoodians from their first step beyond the great river and waited for them to err. They always do. We claimed half their pack in our first assault. The cowards that ran now huddle to the north. When the wind turns, you will smell their fear. If they surrender, will you let them... Oh, why don't you deal with them yourself? The woman runs a finger along her lower lip, looking at you through narrowed eyes. I gave you an order. Accept it like a grown hunter or refuse it like a mewling child. But do not question my will. If they surrender, will you let them live? Softness such as yours will not bring them to heel. Their greed knows no bounds. Their memory honours no history. What use have we of prisoners? What example do we set to others by letting them live? She shakes her head. Why would we forgive again? Resolve, because you saw where they crawl. The fangs deserve better foes than these wounded animals. Send them home with grave warnings for their kin. Yeah. The woman gazes north, her mouth a twisted scowl as she ponders your words. The great stag nudges her shoulder and she reaches up to scratch the animal's chin. Blood was spilled and life sprouts from a soaked ground. She looks at you with a cold glare, mutters a curse under her breath and sheathes her blade. We will let the raiders return headless. Their leader must pay for the crimes. Only then may the rest go free. She waves her hand northward. Go, deliver my message before I see the folly in this decision. Their leader must also be set free. She stares at you silently, ignoring your statement. Her arms cross her body and the stag by her side emits a low growl. Do you wish the leader dead? We wish their leader to be an example to the others. Sever his head, his freedom, or his family, whichever will best warn others not to trespass into our lands.
Hey.
Oh dear, right. Quineth. The group hasn't been... Quineth was on patrol. Right. About the impending danger. Okay, so we need to find the Dawoodian fellas and
All right, then.
see if we can talk to them. Let's head up the edge. We're not U2, but we'll head up the edge. That looks like a tree in the way. Is that the leader fella? Mercenary rogue. They're just here, are they? Well, in that case, let's head back down this way and uncover this bit of area. They're like meters away from each other. Are you the leader, fella? Here we go. Mercenary Captain Esmar. Stop! Friend or foe? The man in blood-soaked armour points his blade at you as his wounded and weary comrades flock into position behind him. A trickle of blood runs from a cut on his brow down to his neck, staining a locket worn on a gold chain. You're not Glanfathon. He tightens the grip on his sword's handle. By Magran, friend or foe, I said. Calm down, I'm a friend. Sword still pointing at you, the man gives a sideways glance to his companions and nods. The mercenaries lower their weapons. A rare and welcome sight, friends this far from home. He lets the weight of his sword lower his arm. He gives a concerned look to his mercenary company. Look at us, hiding in the rocks and holding in our guts. He points south. The fangs, they've blooded us and now we're trapped. Quineth sent me. What happened? Resourceful girl. The captain huffs a chuckle before returning to his humorless frown. We assume the Glanfathons killed her before coming upon us. I'm relieved she's alive. Doubly relieved she brought help. He rests his sword, still caked with blood, across his shoulders. The tribesmen ambushed us just as we made camp. The fight was a lopsided slaughter. Esmar stares at his feet as he finishes his thought. In the melee, someone tripped through the campfire. We were lucky in that regard. The stench of burning flesh and the choking smoke obscured the scene, and a few of us managed to withdraw. We ran to these ruins to regroup, but now we're trapped. The face painters are just south of our position, and they have us cornered. No doubt they're happy to let us starve while they rest and rebuild their strength before attacking anew. His left hand idly toys with a locket worn around his neck. Seems this is where we will be making our last stand, he mutters as he clenches the gold ornament. I've convinced the Fangs to let you go, but you must bear the punishment for trespassing and be taken prisoner. Maybe I can help you get out of here alive. If the hunters are to the south, can you flee to the north? At least you didn't lose your locket in the scuffle. Focusing on the positive, he asks with a laugh as he flips the locket between his calloused fingers. This is for my son, for when he's old enough to be trusted with such things. Born a few months ago, not hollow, Hylea be praised. Told my beloved the child would want for nothing. He looks you in the eye with an embarrassed smile. Probably should have also promised her I wouldn't throw my life away treasure hunting in Air Glanfath. It is hoping the boy gets his smarts from the mother's side of the family. Okay, alright, well, I've convinced the Fangs to let you go, but you must bear the punishment for trespassing. Esmar blinks and arches his eyebrows in surprise. Well, if anyone could have, I supposed it would have been you. But creases around his eyes deepen with his growing frown. He looks at his locket and then lifts his eyes back to you. Prisoner? If it's the only way to save my men, I'll endure it. But who's prisoner? I'm going to offer him my stronghold. I have room in my stronghold to take you on as a prisoner. You will be treated well. You will hold me prisoner, and that will satisfy them. He takes a half stride back and looks you out. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, this might go wrong. So be it. I am more than willing to be held hostage if it means we all get home safe. I'm sure you'll have to keep me as a proper captive to honour the arrangement, but I understand. It's far better than being the Fang's prisoner. The captain turns to his company. Each of his soldiers stare back, pale with fear. Esmar takes a deep breath and raises his fist in the air. New orders! You are to fall back. The expedition is over. Stow your gear and make for Defiance Bay at once. The mercenaries exchanged glances with each other, waiting for the first one to obey their command. Are you deaf? I won't tell you again. Time to go. Now! Esmar's booming voice springs the reluctant mercenaries into action. Wounds are dressed one last time, camping gear is secured, and within minutes the men set off on their march, nodding at their leader in acknowledgement as they pass. Alright, it's your duty to see your men are returned home, and if that means enduring being prisoner, so be it. Return to Quineth. Where's Quineth? Quineth is down, not that way, down here somewhere, I think. Are these people still around? No, they've buggered off. Okay. Let's go speedy mode. Quineth, I think, is down this way somewhere. There she is. Mercenary Captain Esmar and Quineth. Quineth, her gloved hands half buried on the waves of her rebellious hair, watches your approach incredulous. You did it! Her dimples frame a beaming smile. She lets out a sigh of relief and wags her finger at you. We'll be chanting your name back in the gift. Everyone will know what you've done for us, I promise. I realise Esmar will need to be your prisoner if we are to honour the agreement. An odd arrangement, but it'll save the expedition. She shrugs and gives you a sly smile. Besides, I'm sure your dungeon is far more enjoyable than whatever the Fangs do with their prisoners. She scratches her cleft chin with her free hand and gives you a measuring look. But you're the type to deserve more than just praise. Coin? Weaponry? She rubs her gloved fingers together. Or if nothing tangible suits your fancy, I'll gladly share my skills with you. Ooh, free skills? I'll take skills. Yeah. Bonus skills. Quineth nods enthusiastically. I was hoping you'd say that. She removes the gloves from her hands, stowing them in her back pocket. When you spend as much time as I do in the ruins, you learn to strike first and to strike without warning. She holds her S-stock out in front of her, its blade parallel to the ground. The key is efficiency of movement. Gabrielle was granted Dungeon Delver. Okay, we'll have to have a look for that in a minute. She walks you through several footwork drills that focus on quiet footfalls and measured breathing. Place all your weight on the final step when you're ready to strike. She yells for emphasis as she demonstrates a swift, silent lunge. As you follow her example, she nods in satisfaction. I think you've got the grasp of it. I'm honoured. I could teach you something. I'm honoured I could teach you something new. Not I'm honoured. End of sentence. She half curtsies and turns to take her leave. Esmar watches Quineth disappear into the thick foliage. The thick foliage. He turns to face you. I'm ready, I think. He unwraps the locket from his hand and ties it around his neck. At least some of my men are leaving Glanfath alive. Alright. He's buggered off. Alright, Gabrielle. What's this Dungeon Delver thing? No? None of them? Alright, let's have a little look in our... Nope. Character sheet. Dungeon delving. Active effects. Dungeon Delver. +1 mechanics, +1 stealth, 0.1 to crit damage multiplier. Okay, that's not a huge bonus to the multiplier, but going from, say, 2 to 2.1, you know, that's only, what, 5%, but still. I don't know what my current multiplier is anyway. Is it in here? Nope. It's just stats, isn't it? Does it say in here? No. No. +21 for level. +21 for level. 10 perception and the various things that give us the bonuses. I think these are new, are they not? Have they always been here? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Dungeon Delver. That's not bad. Mechanics, stealth. So what does that give us? Mechanics 7, stealth 1. Oh, stealth 0, +1 with Dungeon Delver. And mechanics is 7. Nice. What was Sagani? Oh yeah, your mechanics is rubbish. but your perception is high enough to find traps. I don't know if that is... Maybe that's just stealth as well. I don't know. Anyway, right. Let us move on and head up here. Alrighty. Run, my little puppets. Won't mind seeing what's in there. Let's have a little look at what's in here. Let's take this off for exploration. Anything in here? Oh yes. What have we got here? A wand. Any good for you by any chance? You don't really do wands, do you? You've got a spear, which doesn't have reach. You've got a fine wand. What's the difference between a wand and a rod? A rod is two-handed. Oh, I see. It's not a wand. Obviously, it's a rod. So, is it like... But it says it's two-handed? I don't understand. It's a teeny tiny... Look, that's a polearm. Look, there. I swap it for the rod, and it's teeny tiny. How is that a two-handed weapon? I don't understand. But I reckon it's like a wand. It does more damage. The range is 10 meters. Properties: freezing, lash, and fine. Let us compare. Freeze, 25% freeze damage. See, that would up that damage a little bit. I think I'm going to stick with my wand and not play with my rod. I won't touch my rod. What have we got here? A garnet. Thank you very much. Added to the stash. Beautiful. Right. Let's see if we can get this side done by the end of the episode on normal speed, where we don't know what's coming and we don't run too much into danger. Not a lot going on up here. And we're at the top of the... Oh, hello. Enemy spotted Elder Stalgar. We have no idea what its defences are. So let's spin around a little bit. Sagani, wound it for me, and let's see what comes out the woods. Right, move to there. Right, Itsumak, move up front. Oh, hello, Itsumak. You might... Oh, there's a bunch of them. You might have to come down for this one. With Ida pulling out this one. Gabby just stepping forward for a minute. And you four going for that. Because if we can take the elder one down soon enough. Yeah, Gabby, you take that one. Perfect. Perfect. Right. How much damage has it taken already? It's injured. 50, 84. So we want to work out reflex and... What was the mind one? I've forgotten what the mind one was. Oh, you're quite low. 60s. The mind stuff. I've forgotten the mind stuff. The sonic mindy mind stuff. What have we got that affects mind? Charm Beast. Ooh. Turn one of them to us. Reflex. Nature's Mark. Suffer decreased deflection and reflex. And it targets the brain. What was the... Show me the brain. What was the brain? It's over there. Willpower. Willpower, of course it is. Look. Willpower. Right, let's Nature's Mark to get them all nice and shiny. Okay. And... Kana can just keep chanting for the minute. Sagani is doing her thing. Grieving Mother, what have you got? Something that attacks willpower. Psychic Howling, stunning the target and dealing raw damage. I reckon go for that one. I reckon we're done. I reckon we're done. Ida, knock it down. Gabby, flaming sword. That one, because that's the one you're targeting. Right. Hiravas has done his fancy stuff. Don't think it's lowered any nature's mark. Hasn't really done much. Deflection. We want to find out the thing's reflex. So let's go for a reflex. Dancing bolts, hitting enemies in the area of effect with shock damage. That sounds good to me. Let's do that. Next. Oh, it's dropped. It's prone. It's not dead, but it's prone. Gabby's one is nearly down. Grieving Mother. Are you still doing stuff? Yes, you are. Alright, Ida has done his thing. So, Ida, just keep smacking it for the time being. And Gabby is done with hers. And this thing is almost down, so Gabby can help out Itumak in just a moment. Hiravas, how long until you're done? Pretty much now. Okay, excellent. Grieving Mother went first, though. With what did you do? You did Silent Scream, I think. Dealing raw damage. 1 graze, 1 hit, 3 crits. Oh, that's Hiravas. Okay, that's fine. Right, Grieving Mother. Step back again now. Just run away. Right. Oh, hang on. Grieving Mother. Get back into the fray. And then Hiravas went. Hiravas. Boom, boom, boom. Hiravas, you need to get healing. That's another Elder Stelgar. Healing Itumak is far too late. I bet Itumak doesn't have anything, does he? Oh, he's got a takedown. I forgot about that. See if you can knock that one prone. I don't know if you'll have time, Itumak. I really don't think you'll have time. This one's nearly down. Gabby's one is down. Barely injured. Nothing there. Stelgar. Badly injured. Go for the elder one, Gabby. In fact... yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice one, Ida. Good timing, my friend. Right, go for that one. And are you four doing anything specific? No. Right. On the Elder Stelgar, then. Ida. Knock it down. Gabby is Flaming Sword. What's the Elder got? 50, 84, 84, and 42. So we want to go for willpower again. Anything else targeting a willpower? Nope, nope, nope. Willpower, come on. I should know what these spells do by now. What does Firebrand do? Forms a powerful sword. Oh, hold beasts. Paralyzing all but the most fearsome of animals. Oh, that could prove useful. Let's do that. Kana, you've only got 2 Chanters lines at the moment, so you continue. Gabby, Itumak. Yeah, you're going for that one. Nice one, Itumak. Let's hit mark it as well. You're going to go down before anything happens, I think. But we'll try, we'll try. And Grieving Mother's got nothing at the minute. Alright. Oh, hello. We've got a spinny Stelgar. We hit him so hard, he's spinning around. Alright, we got 33% on Elder Stelgar. Okay, that's fine. Stelgar knocks out Itumak. There we go. There we go. Look, he's down. Right, Hiravas. Hiravas, you just continue what you're doing for a minute then. And Gabby. Yeah, you carry on going after the Elder. Come on. Near death. And then the rest should be no problem, really. Beautiful. Oh, excuse me. Teeny tiny little burp. Squeeze me baking soda. Right. These two. Oh, they're paralyzed. Nice one, Hiravas. Absolutely spot on. three splody beasts. Come on, Itumak. Back into the real world. Beautiful. Beautiful. That works out quite well, I think. With the somersault in Stalgar. Beautiful. On that note, I think we'll leave the episode there and we will continue our exploration of North Weald next time. So until then, folks, bye-bye for now.